So this is the tap. Sap flows through this line, down this drop line. We keep it all downhill and into this line. As you can see the bubbles, that means that that's the gases from the tree itself. And then it all flows downhill into the sap tank. There's about 50 or 75 trees on this whole tap, like this line itself. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to put that sap into here. This is where we get the name sugar bush, because this woods is our sugar bush. That's where we make our maple syrup. So that's the name Sugar Bush Farms. So we run this sap through what we call a pre-filter, so that any bugs or really anything that got into it after or in the tank in the woods, it will get filtered out before it runs through the evaporator. Dang it. Oh. Hang it up on the wall so it can dry out. There, what's that? So this is our maple syrup setup. We built this part. The rest of it is bought and manufactured. So we run this end of the pump out into that milk tank. So in this tank is sap, which is 2% sugar and 98% water and other minerals and such. It pumps the sap all the way up to our head tank to create some head pressure. This tank will have sap in it. So then it runs down into here, which is called the preheater, which uses about 100 foot of copper piping that is heated up via steam so that the sap is warm as it goes down into what we call the steam pig. Alright, so the steam pig is filled up to about right here of sap. And that big fan up there, there's a fan in there that pushes air down through that PVC pipe into here, creating a false boil because it's bubbling the sap, making it think it's being boiled, which warms it up even more. And then it dumps down through here into here, which is the float box for the flue pan. Right there, those flues right there. The sap goes down into there, and there'll be a giant fire right here. The fire will go into and warm the sap up even more. And then after the flues, it runs into the front pan. So from the flues, it's on the other side. So from the flues, it runs into here. Now these two valves will control the way of the sap flow. So if we have it going from on this valve, if this valve's open, it'll run from there, go through here, and there's these little doors that control the flow. Then it comes out, and this will be our draw side. But if we have this side closed and this side open, the sap from the flue pan will go all the way through this one and reverse the pattern. So if there's any sugar sand that's built up right here, it can be flushed out and gone through the other side. Now, all of this syrup, if you really think about it, why doesn't the finished syrup go back into the flues? It's magic. All of this, you could take that all out and just have the front pan. But the only problem with that is that once you add more sap to the syrup, you kill the boil. So it's like if you had you're trying to boil noodles for like spaghetti. You have that boil, you have that boil rolling, and then you start to notice that your levels of water going down as the more you boil it. So you dump more water in, but it's cold, and that kills the boil immediately. All of this is to make it where when we put more sap into here, it's already pretty much boiling. So this is constantly boiling. And then after there, where it runs out of here, it's 66% sugar, where we want it to be 67. So if we don't get the right sugar content out of the boiler, we run it through the finishing pan. So that's the right concentration of sugar and water and other minerals. Where then after that, we run it through this press right here. There'll be little paper filters basically in every one of these slots. And that's so we can get the sugar sand out of it, so when you put it on the shelf for a while, it doesn't crystallize. After the press, we run it through the bottler. All we do is bring the syrup up to temperature and then put it in a bottle and then put it in this jug. And you've got pure maple syrup. Hope I explained everything. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more content like this and more farming videos in the future. And hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye now.